Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. The leadership of the Trump administration is changing everything for us as the war on crypto is quickly coming to a close. And so for us here, certainly as XRP holders, this is a very clear pivot. This changes everything for us. Frankly, everyone in crypto should be thrilled that the election went the way that it did, regardless of your political leanings that I'm not getting into on this channel, other than how it pertains to finance and crypto, the economy at large. Specifically for this at a minimum, we should all agree this is fantastic. I want to share with you some of the recent developments, including stuff that just happened today. And after what we've been through as the XRP community for the last several years, with the SEC just assaulting us, I'm seriously looking forward to just a little bit further into the video showing you what is now on the SEC website about crypto. Brand new development. Very much looking forward to showing it to you. It would have sounded unbelievable a couple years ago here. And so as a result of all of this, and this is great news, money keeps flowing into XRP and certainly into the, like more broadly speaking, into the crypto asset class. So I do want a bigger crypto pie. I'm not a maximalist. I hold 42 different cryptocurrencies. I'm biased in that I love XRP at this point. That's very clear. I have heavy XRP bags. I admit that. Proudly admit that. But this is specifically great for XRP because it's deemed as a United States crypto. I think it's a silly metric. Doesn't matter what I think, though. Trump, it's literally from Trump on down, which means it's going to emanate throughout all of the United States government. The decision has been made that if something is in the United States, a crypto is created in the United States, that's a key metric in terms of getting proper treatment or fair, and maybe even preferential treatment. And mind you, I'm just looking for a level playing field. XRP may get preferential treatment just purely because it's in this particular category. I mean, that's what it looks like is about to happen. Now, because I'm biased, I don't hate that. Is that what I would push for if I were, the president? I would just push for a level playing field, to be honest with you. That's what I'd push for. But because these are decentralized technologies. And then I'd push for firms, give them incentives to operate in the United States. So you can still be America first if you're Trump. I get that. Any president should be first and foremost interested in the well-being of their own people in their own country. Sure, that makes a ton of sense. But given that cryptos are decentralized, that part doesn't make sense here. But either way, don't want to digress too much. I'm just saying, because of all these developments, my God, money's flowing into XRP. And you've seen how the market's responded in recent months. XRP hitting a new all-time high. You just wait until we get that into the price discovery phase. XRP will rip faces off. It'll start melting faces, and then it's going to get more and more aggressive. It will just run up to random people and just like rip faces off. So here's the headline from the Daily Hodl. XRP becomes second favorite altcoin of institutions year to date with $105 million in product inflows, coin shares. And so they're reporting that a bunch of money last week flowed in. It was $530 million into the crypto space. I don't need to read the article. I just wanted to make the broader point here. You can see that, and this is the week ending, January 31st. There you can see 486 million went directly into Bitcoin. Ethereum is down $300,000. And this is all, by the way, to be clear, we're talking institutional funds here. This is all on an institutional level. And so that's not surprising to see. Sentiment has been in the gutter for Ethereum, and that's going to change. It's still going to rip to the upside. I believe it'll hit a new all-time high. That's just what markets do. But as a result, not surprised to see that the market is responding accordingly, even on the institutional side here. And then for XRP, for 1 week, inflows of $14.7 million in a week on the institutional side. That's literally just 1 week. And, I remember back when the lawsuit was going on, there are all sorts of times where not only would that be negative, it could be very negative, and then when it was in the positive, and there were some times, and I highlighted it because it was fascinating at times, but it'll be up just by like a couple 100,000 or something. We're in a different world right now. That's the reason I'm excited to share this with you. We are in a different world, and money is going to keep flowing in. Here's something that happened today, though. Look at this headline from CoinDesk. Trump's crypto czar Sachs says golden age coming. The U.S. House of Representatives and Senate are forming a joint working group to advance crypto legislation, and David Sachs, the crypto czar appointed by President Donald Trump, said his aim is ensuring American dominance in digital assets in an appearance Tuesday at a joint press conference in Washington. Alongside the chiefs of the congressional committees that will work on digital assets legislation, Sachs laid out a broad pro-crypto agenda. I look forward to working with each of you in creating a golden age in digital assets, he said, calling crypto a week one priority for the administration. A part of the plan was already revealed earlier on Tuesday when details of a Senate stablecoin bill emerged. Senator Bill Hagerty, a Tennessee Republican, wrote a bill to set up U.S. oversight of stablecoin issuers, splitting regulation between state agencies and federal watchdogs, specifically the Federal Reserve and the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. Okay, so that's another thing that's going to be great for XRP holders. Why? Because Ripple has a stablecoin, RLUSD, and its issuance on the XRP ledger specifically anyway, requires the existence of XRP, and every single transaction requires XRP, and this is going to help it to get further adopted. It's a virtual certainty in my mind that, I mean, barring some crazy disaster like RLUSD, it's going to have some serious staying power, and it's going to become a major player as a stablecoin force, and that's going to be just incredible for XRP. It's a larger XRP ecosystem, more total value locked on the XRP ledger. You love to see it. This is absolutely fantastic. And so I watched this press conference live. It started like 13 or 14 minutes late. That's annoying. And it was, you know, as far as what Sachs had to say, he would only talk for like several minutes or so. It's pretty short. And I was underwhelmed. But now, mind you, I say that because there wasn't a whole lot of new information. Like a lot of what was cited, like again, we already knew, like the stablecoin stuff we knew before he talked. It was from earlier in the day. And so, I mean, yes, I'm happy that it was still positive and pro crypto, but there wasn't any sort of like big news, and the market actually went down after he spoke. They were hoping for something more, I guess. Market participants were anyway. Now, also of note, he did not go on to speak about Bitcoin specifically. He was asked about Bitcoin specifically, but he didn't mention Bitcoin specifically as he was speaking his prepared remarks. And Scott Melker, the Wolf of All Street, shared this with his 1 million followers on X. He wrote, breaking. The word Bitcoin has seemingly been banned from all government rhetoric on crypto. They are allergic to the word. Now, it sounds like he's not too happy about that. I don't view it as a negative. I just want to I don't view it as a negative. I want a level playing field. That's all I want. I just want a level playing field. But yeah, there's a ton of Bitcoin maximalists that are just fuming that they're not exclusively talking about Bitcoin, the pet rock of crypto. They're very sad that he's not talking about that. And so here was my response to that. I wrote, President Trump is not a Bitcoin maximalist, and that's great news for everyone who isn't part of that religion. Looking forward to having a level playing field for the first time ever. XRP will shine. Now, I would very much be happy with a level playing field. There's a chance that XRP is actually going to get favoritism. And just speaking logically, I don't think it should, but I'm not going to hate that since I'm an XRP holder with heavy bags, but I admit that. But still, I mean, the right thing, I think it's just level playing field. That would be what's right. But I'm not in charge of that. I'm just sharing my thoughts. Like, I'm a dude talking on the internet. I'm just telling you my honest thoughts on this. But yeah, XRP is absolutely, I think it's going to be favored because now I think Bitcoin may get some favoritism just because it was there first, even though it's the worst cryptocurrency, least technologically advanced. I think it could still get some favoritism just because it's got that staying power. But, we'll see here. What else? Oh yeah, there's this. Hester Peirce announced she will be leading the SEC's crypto task force. Peirce is focusing on creating regulatory framework for crypto assets. Okay, Hester Peirce, she's one of 2 SEC commissioners that voted to not sue Ripple and to not attack the XRP community. She voted for that to not happen, and she lost. She got outvoted, obviously. Now she's leading the task force. Look at this. This is the real SEC website today. This is real. Crypto Task Force. This is because the election went the way it did. This wouldn't exist if Trump hadn't won. Take a look at this. I'm not going to go spend much time and read through this whole thing, but look at this. The About section of the Crypto Task Force. The Crypto Task Force seeks to provide clarity on the application of the federal securities laws to the crypto asset market and to recommend practical policy measures that aim to foster innovation and protect investors. And so while the previous administration was basically gaslighting us, and they were doing everything to destroy crypto, they just made us out to sound like crazy people. Like, what do you mean? There is a regulatory clarity. Just come in and talk to us. Remember that phrase? Just come in and talk to us. And then they'll sue whoever talks to them. Remember that? Yeah, Ripple is one of them. Here, you actually have the SEC being like, well, you guys deserve and you need some regulatory clarity, and we're actually going to provide it. Finally, this is a real thing. It's actually happening. You'll love to see it. Admittedly, it's a little surreal after everything we've been through for years and years and years with the SEC specifically attacking our community, XRP holders, to now have this turnaround completely and be just pro crypto. Like, yeah, well, it's going to work. The task force exists. We're going to get you some legal clarity. It's on the website. Like, it's happening, folks. You think that the Ripple case, that appeal, you think ain't going to get dropped? Something's going to happen. That's going away. And I believe the Coinbase case is as well. In fact, there's a hint here. Look at this post from January 17th from attorney James Murphy, a.k.a. Meta Lawman. He writes, post-Gensler era begins. Coinbase has filed a motion to the Second Circuit for permission to proceed with its interlocutory appeal. Here's the fascinating part. The SEC is permitted to file an opposition to the motion within 10 days. This could be the first brief filed by the SEC in the post-Gensler era. Remember, the SEC opposed Coinbase's motion to certify the appeal at the district court level and lost. Will the SEC stick to that position, reverse course, or say nothing? We'll find out in about 10 days. Stay tuned. Well, got a little update for you. And again, that was January 17th, 3 days before Gensler was gone. But here's the update as of today. SEC pivots on Coinbase case. Think about this. So I just showed you, like, the SEC website. It's kind of surreal to see what we saw, but there's a real crypto task force designed to get regulatory clarity out there. And they seem to not be going after Coinbase now. Seriously, look at this. The SEC has not filed any opposition to Coinbase's motion to proceed with its interlocutory appeal at the Second Circuit. Under Gensler, the SEC did oppose Coinbase's request to certify the interlocutory appeal at the district court level. Assuming the Second Circuit accepts the case for the interlocutory appeal, it would be a few months before the SEC is required to file a brief and take a legal position on the question of whether crypto assets traded on secondary exchanges are investment contracts. My guess is the case will either settle or be dismissed by the SEC prior to any briefing on the merits of the appeal. And so there you go. Things have changed. I won't be surprised if that goes away, not in the least. And expect the same treatment for the Ripple lawsuit. It's going to cease to exist. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.